What's up, everyone? It's Francis Undead, filming from northern China in Hebei. The weather outside has been pretty hazardous. The air quality index it fluctuates between 300 to 400. It's categorized as hazardous air quality. So I have been staying indoors for a pretty long time. Except yesterday I've had a few family visits to sorry relatives visits to my uncle and auntie. I went there with my grandma and had a few snacks, and the auntie actually cooked me some very tasty food, fried rice, you know and yes, I pretty much enjoyed my stay here, but there are a few things that made me feel quite unpleasant, such as there are no decent churches or venues to gather and worship the Lord, in in China, especially it's where people most of them they believe in Buddhists. Sorry they are mostly either Buddhist or atheist. So it really sucks, to actually to live in China if you are a Christian, and it's been difficult for for highly skilled people to gain a decent employment with decent amount of financial reimbursement, as well as healthcare schemes. So it's pretty much a shithole, for a guy who just dropped out from college and and returned from Sydney, and it's pretty overall it's pretty hostile. So my faith in Jesus Christ, my faith in Christianity has faced many confrontations and being haunted by many doubts. You know, mostly by my peers and my parents who just came back from the United States. Despite my my old man, he's been he's got a green card in America, but he's most of his I most of most part of his ideologies are are East Asian ones. Mm, um, they still he tries multiple times to indoctrinate me into a Buddhist, but I refused. I refuse to I refuse to give up my I refuse to give up my belief, although it is not particularly against him, but it although it's not particularly against neither of my parents, I still I would still like to stick with with God, the Heavenly Father, the Lord, um, where who to whom we worship. So I just don't know what to say about the atheists, the Chinese atheists here. It's they just refuse to listen to anything that I say, and I really I really talk to them unless when the circumstances become absolutely necessary. Um, but still, let me tell you how exactly to overcome this. For instance, I I had been warned by my by my dad that I would never finish high school, but actually I did finished. I did finish my high school and successfully earned the certificate of graduation from my A levels, from my GC A levels. Though they are mostly not quality passes, but yes, I still managed to finish it. So by my own means, and here I am. After various attempts to to acquire the permanent residency in Australia. It still didn't go through as planned. For my 457 visa, it is still being actually it's not been the application itself. It's not been launched yet. By the lawyer that I hired. So most likely I got scanned. Most likely I got scanned. Which is a bad news. Which is bad news since I haven't heard back from him for nearly 2 months since last update. I heard back from him via email. So it's pretty shit. So anyway, I still sincerely hope that each and every one of you are having a great day for the Lunar New Year of Rooster. And I shall see you on the next commentary videos. And have fun and peace out. God bless.